What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices, going over to scoresandodds.com where you got picks from me, Meansy, Noto, all the greats. Plus, you get access to this nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what we have projected for each individual prop, plus where the best odds are at. And most importantly, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge. What is Grant's Action Lounge? It's my Discord where I'm throwing in every single one of my bets each and every day as I bet them, so you can get the best odds there. As you can see, they're all right here. Just go to scoresandodds.com/Discord after you sign up for RG or Scores and Odds, and you get all those bets. It's that simple. Go get signed up. We got a decent amount of bets today. We got some baseball. We got some football. So let's just get right into it. Starting off with Jordan Lyles over 3.5 strikeouts. You can get -139 over at Bet Rivers. Jordan Lyles, while not a great pitcher, gets an absolutely beautiful matchup here going up against Detroit. As you can see on the screen here, Detroit is awful. Detroit is terrible. 24.9% K rate in the projected lineup. 100 ISO, 264 WOBA. Lyles is going to cruise through this start. It's just a beautiful, beautiful spot here. I'm hitting it. Next up, Blake Snell over 16.5 outs. He's been pretty decent recently. Does get a tough matchup going up against St. Louis, but this line is just a little bit too low. Snell has been good, and he's just going further than that. It's that simple. Bailey over 3.5 strikeouts. It's supposed to be 3.5 or 2.5. Did I miss there? Over. No, it is 3.5. So Bailey over. I'll pull up his game log. Let's see. Bailey over game log. Pulling it up right here. He said this. I mean, he hasn't been up in the majors a ton this season. Was out for a little bit. But prior to going down to the minors, 4 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts. They'll let him go 5 to 6 innings. Casey, the last 2 times we played him, hit the over on this easily. 3.5, too low of a number. Ronzi Contreras over 3.5 strikeouts. He gets a tougher matchup going up against the Yankees. Well, I think that he actually gets beat up a little bit. The strikeout number is just a bit too low. I'm actually betting his hits over too, I believe. Yes. Where is it? Hits over 3.5 hits. You can get that -145 over at DraftKings. Contreras, 20% K rate guy, decent swing strike rate going up against a higher strikeout lineup in the Yankees. Again, I think they get over 3.5 hits easily, but Contreras is getting over 3.5 strikeouts. I'm hitting it. Snell, already talked about him before with the over on his outs prop. I'm also hitting the over on his strikeout prop, 6.5. Guy is hitting at a very consistent rate, 31% K rate. They're likely to put 8 to 9 righties in the lineup. 31.7% K rate going up against righties. While they're not a terribly high strikeout lineup going up against lefties, Snell is reverse splits when it comes to strikeouts. So he should be able to get that, getting great odds at +118 over at Superbook. And then on the other side, Miles Mikolas over 3.5 strikeouts, -110 over at Superbook. Mikolas has been getting decent strikeouts recently. I'll pull up his game log here, but he hasn't. Last 3 games, I think he hasn't done great, but prior to that, he's been crushing it. Let's see, 3, 8, 3, 3, 3. So last 5 games hasn't been doing it. Prior to that, over in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the 9 prior starts. 3.5 is too low of a number. Let's see. Next one, we got Daniel Lynch over 4.5 strikeouts. Massive odds at +128 over at Superbook. I would hit this almost until even. I really like this bet here. Lynch, not a great pitcher, but gets a lot more strikeouts versus righties, 21.9% compared to lefties. They're likely to platoon out everyone in the lineup. Maybe not Gordon, maybe not Arias. I can't remember if he got injured. But the line is too low there. So I'm hitting it. Next up, we got Adrian Hauser over 2.5 strikeouts. I think this line's moved a decent amount. Let me check. I got it -102. Hauser. -115 is now the best odds. I still don't mind it at that, to be honest. I hit it at Superbook at +102 and at Caesars at -104. It's moved to -115. Not a terribly high strikeout pitcher, but going up against the Mets. But he should go. They'll let him go 100 pitches here. Few decent strikeout bats in there. I just like this line here. Gets lefties a lot more and likely going to face 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 to 7 of them. So a lot better pitcher for strikeouts going up against lefties. Even in a low strikeout matchup, it's probably too low. Also have the over 4.5 hits because he's probably going to go 6 innings here in this spot. Have the over on hits for Lynch. While I do think he gets the strikeouts, 4.5 is too low of a hits allowed line. He'll go 100 pitches. He'll go 5 to 6 innings. Tucker Davidson, just an awful pitcher. I know you're paying heavy juice here. Minus 180 over at DraftKings, but I don't care. Davidson is awful. Going up against Texas, Davidson's numbers 6.81 xFIP, 13% K rate. Gives up a decent amount of hard contact. Just not a very good pitcher. This lineup is going to tear him apart. I just like 3.5 hits is pretty much a guarantee. Football, we got Claypool under 3.5 receptions. Trubisky, well, he had 38 and 33 pass attempts in the prior 2 outings. One was an overtime game. The other one was a bit of a shootout where they were down early. I think this is just too low of a line. Getting plus 120 odds over at Bet365 is massive. Jacoby Brissett under 186.5 passing yards, minus 110 at Bet365. If you don't have that, then the DK is sitting at minus 115 at 189. Guy's just a game manager. They're going to run the ball over and over and over again in this spot. So go get that. We're going to do a Parlay IQ for Thursday Night Football. Show you how to use this. It's free right now. I think it's in beta. So still figuring some stuff out. But overall, this is very, very good tool. Probably one of the best I've seen. So we're going to just see if anything is popping here that I already like. No, so we'll go under with Trubisky. No, we'll go over with Najee Harris passing yards. They'll have a lot more stuff to correlate there. If they're running the ball with him, Trubisky likely not going to be rushing the ball too much. Rushing yards for Hunt, some reason on there. Cleveland money line not showing a huge ROI. So if you're looking at this, the chance of it hitting, this is the potential ROI. So I'm going with under on Claypool receiving yards. Let's see, nothing really showing there. So plus 244 over at FanDuel is the projected no juice line. Let's see what FanDuel has it at for these three. See if it's a good line here. Plus 563. All of that for 100. Boom. Hitting it. Got it. It's that simple. All you have to do is press this little button here and place bets on FanDuel. Go over there, pick your state, and you're in. Or if you're on the app, just press the button. Everything will be loaded up. Sign in and hit it. That's it. That's the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back again tomorrow giving you some more bets. I'm out of here. Later, kids.